Hello.
Hello,
Yes,
sir.
sir.
Good afternoon.
Good afternoon. Sakshi?
Hi, sir.
Okay. Hello, Sakshi.
Yes, sir.
Start करवाओ.
Okay, sir. Good afternoon, everyone. I, Sakshi Gupta, on behalf of the organizing committee, welcome you all to Atal FTP on cybersecurity. For this session, we have with us Dr. Karan Singh from Jawaharlal Nehru University. Before the session begins, I would like to give a brief introduction of Dr. Karan Singh. Dr. Karan Singh is an assistant professor in School of Computer and System Sciences, JNU, New Delhi. His areas of interest include network security, multicast communication, computer networking, and sensor network. He is editorial board member and reviewer of various national and international journals and conferences. He is session chair and organizing committee member of several national and international conferences, workshops, and FTPs. He received Certificate for Education Profession by International Accreditation Organization, USA in 2012. His profile was nominated for Best Computer Faculty by Association of Scientists, Developers and Faculties Awards 2012, Pondicherry, India. He achieved IEEE certificate for member Getter Member 2008. He is a professional member of IEEE, IEEE Computer Society, ACM, ICST, ACEEE, CSI, and many more. We are honored to have you join here, sir. I request you to proceed for your session. Karan, sir. Sir, am I audible?
Yeah, thank you, Sakshi.
Okay.
Just I will share my PPT.
Sure, sir.
Okay. Is it visible?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Okay. So thank you very much.
Yes, sir.
Uh,
Please do it in the presentation mode.
Hello.
Hello. Yes, sir. So please do it in the presentation mode, the screen.
I think just wait. Now I think okay.
Yes, sir.
Okay. So good afternoon to all of you. Thank you very much for inviting me and introduce me. Today, I will discuss about the cyber security, why it required, and what are the different cryptographic algorithm used to provide the security. So I will start from one question: what is exactly our assist? So if any participant want to contribute or ask in between, he or she may ask. There is no issue. So he can write on chat box or he can raise the hand. Then team will be unmute him or her. So this is my first question. What are our assets? If we are living in cyberspace or cyber environment, then what is exactly belonging to us? So is any participant can respond? Hello. Anyone is there?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, please, please. Yeah, who is there?
Sir, some answers are written in the chat box.
Okay.
Data.
So there is a information and data. Okay, data is very important. It is our asset. Good. And the another thing. You just think who generate the data. Hello. Who generate the data?
Sir, some responses in the chat box.
Our activity in internet user. Okay. So the answer in this PPT. Okay. You just see here what is exactly. I will close my video due to saving the bandwidth. If you allow. Okay. So you just see this graph. There are the many devices like personal computer is there, desktop or notebook. Then smartphone is there, tablet is there, internet of things is there, smart TV is there, wearable device is there. So in this cyber environment or cyber world, we have these devices, and these are the responsible to generate the data. Okay, so if we say about the digital world, cyber world, or cyber environment, then we have the multiple device in our hand, and that device may be like a smartphone is the most you just say demanded device. Each and every person having in today at least one smartphone. It may be someone have the multiple smartphone, 2 or 3. In additional, he or she have the some desktop, laptop, and wearable device like IoT device. So these are the most you just say demanded assets in our life. And you just see the graph at the demand of these device or you just say asset is going to increase day by day. So this is the 2 year before graph. If you just see the about the 20 and 25 or 30, then the graph will be very high. Now second, what is exactly outcome? So this is your answer already you have provided. It is a data. Okay. So if you have the multiple device, so each and every device is the responsible to generate the data. So this is the outcome of the asset. Okay, suppose you have a smartphone, then the how much smartphone is going to generate the data. Okay, so this is the one comparative study according to year. So according to device, some data is going to generate. Now there is a some question again. What is exactly security? So if you want to learn, or you want to recall, or you want to just remember in one word, so security is simple, just like a protection of the general asset. So there is a general asset means it may be kind of the hardware or the software. Suppose you have a mobile or a smartphone, it means the what are the different software exists inside of that software. Okay, so you need to provide a protection to those software. Okay, so you just say it is a kind of the software security. But suppose someone can it may be somebody still that complete your smartphone, then what are the remedy? So you just think about the remedy. If suppose you want to protect your mobile, that is a form of the hardware, then you need the hardware kind of the protection. So best example of the software is your antivirus or anti-spyware, okay, firewalls. And in case of the hardware, you can provide the log, you just provide the CCTV, you just provide the just room facility where you can store or you can uh, just take the your mobile. Now there are the another question where you want to provide the security. So if you want to provide the security, there are the three environment. One is the local environment, and second one is the electronic environment, and third one is the global one. It means suppose you are going to provide the security to your own system or your own device. So that is called the local environment. Suppose you are going to send the data from one system to another system or one device to another device. Then in intermediate places, or you just say in channel, you require the security. So that is called the electronic environment security. And third, suppose you there are the multiple node available inside of the environment, then entire system need a kind of the protection or security. That is called the global environment. Now again, there are the three one question why we require the security. So if the in environment these three terms are not exist, it means you doesn't require any kind of the security. So this is the very basic term, or you just say the need of the security. So there are the three terms. First term is the threat, and second term is the vulnerability, third term is the attack. Okay. So in case of the threat, it is a kind of the warning, but suppose some warning has come, then your system may be disturbed. So that disturbance may become at the time of the operation, function, integrity, availability of the system or services, if there is any warning. For example, sometime your mobile or your desktop receives some alert message, okay, something is going to happen. It so due to that region, your maybe attention, you just say the performance of that system may be degraded. In second term is the vulnerability. This is a very most important term, and the cause for the attack or need for security. It means if the vulnerability exists inside of the system, that is called the weakness. If weakness is exists inside of the system, it means anyone can enter into system or device. So that weakness, it may become at the time of the designing, it may become at the time of the configure, when you are going to configure your system, and when you are going to implement the system, and when you are going to manage your system. So if on any part there is any kind of the weakness, then it is called vulnerability. Suppose there is a smartphone, so you can measure the vulnerability according to level. For example, there is a some CV level, severity of the vulnerability. For example, there is a one range, for example 0 to 1, okay, or you just say the 0 to 10. Suppose the value of the vulnerability level is near about the 0, it means there is no chance of the attack. If the value of the CVE is the near to highest value, it means there are the more chance of attack. So if you want to find out what are the vulnerability exists in our operating system, it may be your desktop operating system, it may be your mobile operating system. You can find out there are the according to version, you can find out what is exactly vulnerability level, and you just imagine how much your device is the secure. It means If the level or value of that CVE is less, it means it is more secure. Okay. Now third term is the attack. So simply, you heard about the attack. Attack means it may be a kind of the technique to exploit a service of the system, such as suppose someone want to modify the file, someone want to delete the file, someone want to retransmission the file, or it may be delay in transmission. So there may be depend upon the intention of the attacker, what he or she want to do. So there are the two type of the attacks. One is called passive attack and second one is called active attack. And there are the some example of the attack like denial of service attack and virus. Already you know about the what is exactly virus. And in case of the denial of service, there is a, for example, we are going to access any website or any server, and suppose it is suffer from denial of service, it means the service may be unavailable. For example, if you already see some time when you are going to book IRCT ticket, that time the server is very busy in morning. Suppose some attack is happen on that server, so service will be available on that time. Okay. Now, these are the different technique how we can attack on system. So there are the multiple technique. These are the few technique like SQL, and there are the some percentage of the different type of the technique. If you see here the SQLi, it means SQL injection is done on your database. Some query is modified on database, so this attack is performed 18.4%. So there are the many another attack 11.15. It is a one denial of service, DDoS, distributed denial of service. So these are the attack is performed on system. There are the penalty of the technique and respective. There are the penalty of the remedy also. Now, I am going to discuss in same manner, but there are the some cryptographic technique is going to use for remedy. So just I am going to introduce some character of the cryptography, or you just say the terminology of the cryptography. Generally, if you read any book, so there are the three main character in cryptography. So Alice is one, Bob is one, then Trudy is one. So Alice and Bob are the friend, and Trudy is the enemy. It means suppose there is a communication done between Alice and Bob. So Trudy is one who want to receive the information via channel. Okay. So this is the one simple, these are the three character inside of the book, which is related to cryptography. So you can imagine any character to understand the concept of the cryptography and how to apply the in network. For example, there are the very famous character in film industry. These are the two friends, Jay and Viru, and there is a one. You just say the network manager, or he want to manage this person. Thakur is one. So network manager is there, and a communicator is there like Jay, Alice and Bob, and there is a third person that is the enemy who want to receive the information and perform the attacks. So according to these character, there is a model of the secure channel security. In this secure channel, there are the source and destination. If you are saying data is going to generate by J and it is transmitted securely with the help of some cryptographic mechanism or secure mechanism inside of the channel. But anyhow, there is a intermediate enemy, and he want to access the information. What information is going to share between these two party, J and Viru? Then it is the destination who want to receive the original message which is sent by source with reverse process of the security. So there may be some attack possible on this environment or this model. For example, eavesdropping is there, message interception, attack on confidentiality. Means suppose some message is going to send by source and it is going to receive by destination. There may be some person who want to achieve that intermediate message and want to see what is exactly inside of that message. It means it is a attack on confidentiality. So what attacker can do: unauthorized access of the information, packet sniffer and write papers, and illicit copying of the file and program. Suppose there is any file or program, he or she may be copy of that file. So these are the possible attack on confidentiality. Okay, we will discuss what is exactly confidentiality and authentication. These are the security goal. It means how we measure the protection or security. So these are the like confidentiality, authentication, integrity. These are the way to measure the security. But the which type of the attack is performed, according to that we provide or we measure the security, or we try to achieve the goal. For example, confidentiality. It means suppose such type of the attack is going to happen, then we will provide the confidentiality service. Same way, there is a attack on integrity. Integrity, we will discuss what is exactly integrity. But suppose some attack is happen on integrity, it means someone is going to stop the flow of the message, delay the message, or it may be release the message after some time. It means your original message is going to modify by attacker. Okay, so that is called attack on integrity. Now, a third part is the authenticity attack, means fabrication. For example, someone is there and he or she is saying, okay, I am the X person. Suppose there are the two fellow J and Viru is there, and there is a third person A and he is saying, okay, I am the J. So that is called attack on authenticity. It means someone other person is going to take the information on the behalf of first one. Okay, so this is the attack on authenticity. Now there is another attack on availability. Already we have discussed the denial of service attack. It means if such type of the attack is performed, your server may be crash or it may be slow. It means the service is unavailable. Okay, so it may be suppose attack is performed, then it may be your hardware is destroyed. It means, for example, you are using cat5 or fiber, it may be cut. It means service will be unavailable. Or it may be send the multiple packet at a time on that system. So system will be busy to reply or respond to your message. No, these are the, you just said the remedy or goals, how we can provide the security, what are the different mechanism inside of this goal. So we said the security dimension or security goal. According to this, there are the access control, authentication, non-repudiation, data confidentiality, communication security, data integrity, availability, and privacy. So suppose we want to achieve the access control, then we need to use the password, access control, list, and firewall. For example, some traffic is coming, then we can bound that traffic according to firewall. Suppose there is some interface, then we will enter with the help of the username and password. So the service is related to access control. The second one is the authentication. It means you just prove the identity of yourself or who are going to use that system. In this case, generally we use the shared secret, or you just say the key. Then PKI, public infrastructure, digital signature, you just say the certificates. And there is another service, non-reputation. In case of the non-reputation, generally source and destination may be denied. Okay, we have not sent any data or we have not received any data. So to maintain this service, we use the system logs and digital signature. Okay, so it provide the protection, or you just say the prevention, to ability to deny. Someone is going to deny that activity on network is occurred, and he or she may be denied. The fourth one is the data confidentiality. In this case, your data, suppose someone is not going to modify that data, or it is just you just say the private matter of the privacy between source and destination. It means suppose source will uh, change or envelop the message, then destination will only open that. So the solution for that is the encryption or decryption. At the source side we will do the encryption, at the destination side we will do the decryption. Same way, there is a communication security. So VPN, virtual private network, is the very famous, we generally use for in communication security. Then MPLS, L2TP is there. For data integrity, there is a hash algorithm generally going to use to provide the integrity. In case of the data integrity, it means your data will be sent to destination in openly, but there is some algorithm related to hash, uh, and with help of that hashing, generally we generate a digest value. So there are the penalty of the algorithm, they provide the help to generate the digest value, and that digest value is attached with the original message, and at the end side it is going to verify again to generate the digest value. If both digest value are same, it means your message is original, there is no modification is done in intermediate way. So generally antivirus are made based on the digest value. There are the some definition. Definition means these are the digest value according to attack. For example, some new attack has come in market. So with the help of the some algorithm, we generate the digest value. Okay, and feed as a definition inside of the antivirus. Same way, the availability, if suppose we want to provide the service and it should be an interrupt service, then we will need to make some backup. It may be network bandwidth backup, it may be, you just say the wiring. So there may be multiple wire, there may be multiple such type of the topology which is having the multiple link. Then if suppose it is a server, then you should have the multiple backup server also. Respective software, that software will maintain the all data on that server. Okay.
Hello, sir. Good
Yes, please.
afternoon.
Hi, sir.
Hello. Is there any question?
Sir, you continue, sir.
Okay, okay. Then the last one is the privacy. It is maintained by NAT and encryption. Okay. So these are the base of the security. If you are the researcher or working in this domain, you just take the one dimension or two dimension, then you can complete the many work. Okay. Now after that, there is a layers of the security. It means already you have the 8 mechanism what we have discussed, but where we will apply these mechanism. So entire environment is divided into 3 layers. So according to layer, we try to provide the mechanism according to requirement. So there are the infrastructure security layer, there is a service security layer, and there is a application security layer. It means suppose it is a there is a any attack happen on infrastructure, then we will talk about the security layer which is related to infrastructure. Generally we will provide the security on ethernet link, point to point, or individual router, switch, server. And second part is the service security level. It means when we are going to provide any kind of the service, for example we are using any frame relay, ATM, IP. Okay, so if we are using any service, then we will care about the security at that time. And the third part is the your application security. Means when we are browsing any internet, we are using email, we are going to purchasing or selling, then there is a some mechanism which is going to use behind on application security layer. Okay, for example you are going to purchase anything from a website, for example Amazon, then there may be some remedy inside of your application, or you just say website, which is going to provide the protection. When you are going to transaction, doing the transaction, then already there are the some protocol like HTTPS come. Initially we use the HTTP, but if you are going to use the transaction, then you receive at that time HTTPS. It means HTTPS is going to provide the security on application layer that time. Okay. Now, according to if you see that they are the different protocol used inside of these layer. Okay. So according to requirement, we will use the protocol. Now, first thing we discuss 8 dimension point or 8 security goal. Then we will provide those 8 mechanism inside of the different layer. There are the 3 layers, but these 3 layers also exist inside of the 3 planes. Okay, so there are the first plane, you just say the user security plane, then second is the controlling plane, and third one is the management plan. So according to these plan, we will provide the security, and inside of the each and every plan, there are the again same 3 layers. Okay, if we are caring about the signaling, then all 3 layer will be maintained to provide the security. Okay, if we are caring about the management, then already there are the 3 same previous layer is there, then we will care about that. And there is a end-to-end security, then we also care about the according to layer. Hello, Sakshi.
Yes, sir.
Hello.
Okay, sir.
So you just see here, if there are the
Good afternoon,
one
everyone.
plan.
I, Sakshi Gupta, on behalf of the organizing committee, welcome you
Hello.
all to Atal FTP on cybersecurity.
Hello.
For this session, we have with us Dr. Karan Singh from Hello.
Is there any issue?
Before the session begins, I think some recorded videos
Yeah,
are being played. Yes.
No, I think okay.
Yes, sir.
Recording is done or not?
Yes sir, recording
Yes,
हो
sir.
रहा है अभी.
Okay. So there are the 3 planes, and according to those plane, for example, we are using end user security plane. Then these are the protocol which provide the security according to requirement. So on this controlling and signaling, generally we provide the security to routing protocol like BGP, OSPF. Okay, and we will care about the application control like PKI, public key infrastructure, DNS security, SMTP, email security. Okay, same way there is some management protocol like SMTP, Telnet, HTTP, then we will provide the protection or security to those protocols. So if there are the three terms already we have discussed: threat, vulnerability, and just say the attack. So for that already we have discussed the 8 dimension services. On some book there is a three term only: CIA, confidentiality, integrity, and authentication. In some book it is a 5, and in some book it is a 8 dimensions security services, or you just say the security goal. So generally we use the confidentiality, authentication, message integrity, access control, and non-reputation. Already we have discussed these terms. Now, already we have discussed and we know what is exactly security term, and what is the different remedy and how we achieve the security goals. Now we will discuss how we provide the security and what are the different dimension, or you just say the location of the security, what are the form of the security. If we talk about the security, there is a logical or you just say the physical kind of the security. Okay, in case of the logical we generally provide the kind of the software, or in case of the physical already we have discussed, we will provide the locks, camera, walls, security guards. Okay, so that will be in form of the physical. But the most important thing is the how we provide the security, means what are the process and what are the different steps to provide the security. So there are the three steps, you just say 3D mechanism. In this way we can provide the security. So first one is the difference. In case of the difference we will provide just kind of the prevention. You just take one example, that is the best one. Suppose you purchase a new device also, but you will install a antivirus. It means you have a fear about that virus. It may be come anytime. So we will provide the prevention kind of thing, that is your antivirus. So that process is called the difference. Now second one is the detects. It means you have a antivirus but you are not scanning your system. So this is important part. You need to scan your system. So this is the second phase to provide, or you just see the measuring the security. Now suppose after scanning you receive some attacks, then it is again your choice. You want to delete those attack, or you want to quarantine, or whatever you want to do. So that part is called the defense. Suppose some attack has come, it means you need to scan, then you want to delete those attacks. So this is the way, and we say it 3D mechanism. Now, if you say there are the general security, there is a information security, there is a network security, then computer, data, application security. So entire system is called one cyber security. Okay, we need to provide the security to each and every level. So if just recall these all aspect in one or two or three lines. So there are the only three things. Okay, first is the attack. If attack is there, then you need to provide the security. Second is the mechanism. If there is a attack, then we will provide the 3D mechanism. Okay. Then there is a third part is the services. It means suppose we are using 3D mechanism, then we will use the command services. Already we have discussed the command according to dimension, according to layer, according to your plane. So you just recall or remember only these three terms if you are working in this area or you are new in this area. The simple one example generally I take to understand what is exactly security, how much security we will provide. So already we have discussed how to measure the security and why we require the security. So this is the very simple example of your to understand the security. So for example, a person already we are the person, and suppose we suffer from any fever, and then we visit the hospital or we consult to doctor. Okay, doctor is like a network manager, and then he provides some remedy in form of the medicine. So disease is the attack here, person is your system or device, and doctor is your network manager, and medicine is your services or command. Okay, so already I asked one question to all participant in offline mode also, and here also I will ask. Suppose we provide the all medicine to that person. Suppose he or she is suffering very simple disease like fever. Then is it a right choice of the doctor or not? Is any respond from receiver side? Hello.
Yes, sir, in the chat box.
Right choice only. If we provide the all medicine to that person, for example, in a medical store, there is a 1000 medical tablet. So, is your doctor will provide the all medicine? No. So, answer is no, because it may be we have the multiple type of the medicine. Our objective is to provide the security to environment. So we will see first what is the level of the attack. It is very simple disease or it is very big. In both case we will take care about the quantity of the solution. Okay, so for example, it is a fever, then he or she will write only one or two tablet, that is enough. If the according to first person he provide the all, then your system will be hang up. Okay, your fever or your disease will not finish, your system will be hang up. Same way, suppose you provide the C, A, M, A, N at a time to your device, or suppose you are working in this area, so as a researcher, suppose you provide such type of the solution which is going to use the command, it means the solution may be very good in term of the security, highly secure, but the overhead of that solution will be very big. So due to that overhead, your device where you apply that security solution, then it will be slow. So in general, we will not provide the all, we will not try to achieve the all security goal. We will try to use one or two or three maximum. Then we provide the remedy. Now, suppose we have a environment already we have discussed, and we have some cryptographic algorithm, then we can provide the security to that environment. We are taking very simple example of the network and security. Okay, same way it may be cyber security, information security, data security. Okay, but environment plus cryptographic mechanism we should know. So first we should know what is exactly that environment, what are the different vulnerabilities there, what are the threat may be possible. Then you just apply the cryptographic solution on that environment. Now I will take a few minutes for this slide about the networking. If you read or you just learn about the networking, you just read any book, 10 book, one book, or whatever your capacity, then you find out these are the main currents of that network. So in this case, there are the media. It is two type, wired or wireless, and there are the different type of the networks like LAN, HAN, CAN, MAN, WAN, And generally we are going to use the topology. It is just kind of the physical location of that particular device or node, how they are going to connect to each other. So generally we use the topology. So there are the different type of the category of the topology, like mesh, ring, bus, star, tree. So according to requirement, generally we use the one topology, or you just say the hybrid topology. The main heart or main part of this network is the models. Generally we use the TCP/IP model. There are the five layers. In some book it is already four layers architecture. OSI model is the reference model. If we going to send the data from one node to another node, then we will exactly follow the order of that layers. Okay. So first layer is the application layer, second layer is the transport layer, then network layer, then data layer, then physical layer. So the order is the most important in this layering system. And these are the different protocols which exist on different layers inside of the TCP/IP model. So protocol means sets of the rules, how we govern or how we send the data, which type of the activities perform inside of the internet. So generally we say it your different type of the protocol. The main protocol on different layer, for example on transport layer TCP and UDP is there. On network, main protocol is the internet protocol. Okay. On application and presentation, there are the SMTP, FTP, STTP, DNS, SNMPP, then telnet is there. So, for example, what is the our requirement? For example, we need the reliability, then we use TCP on transport layer. Suppose we want the fast delivery, then we need the UDP. Okay. So how we provide the IP address to each and every device, then IP is there. Okay. And some supporting protocol also there on the layering system. I'm not going to detail that one. Now, on same manner, you can imagine the network security. What is exactly network security? And the media is same. Suppose you are going to provide the security. So in both case, the media will be same. So the media is again wired and wireless. It means you are going to send the data via wire or via wireless media. So if you are sending in case of the wired or wireless, in both case, you need to provide the security. Already we have discussed the different type of the attacks. So according to case, and the attack may be performed on these media also. Now there is another case is the type of the security. So there are the two type of the security: link to link and end to end. Link to link means, suppose there are the 10 node in environment, it means we will provide the security to each one. But in case of the end to end, we will care about the source or destination. So again, here is the one question: if you are working in this area or you are the researcher of this area and you are going to provide a solution, so which type of the solution is best according to you? It is a link to link or it is a end to end. So you can respond on chat box. We will discuss later on. Then another part is the security. In case of the, suppose we are talking about the security, there are the main four things. Already we have discussed two, like attacker we have discussed, security goal we have discussed. Another part is the algorithm. Algorithm is just say the process or the steps which is going to use inside of the mechanism to achieve the security goal. And the most important part in security is the key. The attacker target is to achieve the key. Okay. Suppose anyone having the key, then he or she can achieve the data in original form very easily. So key is the most targeting part of the attacker. Okay. Now, according to TCP/IP model, according to layer, there are the different solution exist on different services. For example, on transport layer, there is a SSL. On network layer, there is a IPsec. On data, on application layer, there are the Kerberos, PGP, set. So, if there is a different layer or different protocol, then we require the security on each and every layers. Now, this is the way how we develop our big platform with the help of the very simple or basic kind of the solution. For example, we will discuss DES. What is exactly DES? DES is the data encryption standard. So this is DES try to provide the confidentiality service. Same way, there may be any algorithm related to authorization, integrity, authentication, or non-reputation. So there is some basic part like DES. If there is some loophole or there is some issue in DES or simple algorithm, then you try to improve that one. Now, after that level, you can design AH or ESP. AH and ESP is just like authentication header or encryption payload, which is going to use inside of the IPsec. For example, there is a internet protocol on network layer. Already we have discussed the TCP/IP model. There are the 5 layers, and there is a one layer that is called network layer, and there is a one protocol we have discussed that is IP. So inside of the IP, there is a IP security protocol that provide the security to IP. So if you just see the TCP/IP model, there is a IP, and for IP there is a IPsec, and there are the two component AH and ESP. Inside of the AH ESP, there is a DES algorithm is going to use. So on this way, you can design the component for solution, and you can develop the entire solution, which may be embedded with model or architecture. So this depend upon your capacity and your level, and what is the team members. Okay, according to that you can think about the solution related to security. Now, same way, first you need to provide the prevention because the threat, vulnerability, attack are exist. Then you need to regularly detect these things. Then you just develop and analysis the solution with help of the CIA or command or 8 dimension mechanism. Okay, so you just apply the command. No, already if there is a network security, that it means the network is there, then command is there. Here the command means there is a some cryptographic algorithm. Okay. So again, there is a one question: what was the time when cryptography had started? Okay, is there any idea to a participant? You just type your answer on chat box. Okay, we will discuss later on. So there is a one term hierography. Okay, generally hierography is going to use for on your wall of the pyramid. Okay, and there are the some hierography researcher. It means it is a kind of the encrypted message, and hierography researcher try to find out the original message like this. The combination of these symbol is called father, then mother, then daughter, then so there are the many symbol with the combination because they are going to repeat or the things. So they try to identify what is the exactly message of respective encrypted message. If it is a encrypted message, then where is the key? Again, this is the question. you try to find out what is the answer. It means the researcher try to find out the original message with the help of encrypted message without key. So this is the history about the cryptography, and the year, if we say the cryptography is going to use in 3000 BC. Okay. After that, there is a 50 BC Julius Caesar scheme has come, and there is some kind of the two disk is going to use. One is the fixed, and second one is the rotate one. It means suppose you rotate this. It means your alphabet is going to shift their position. For example, it is fixed, A will be changed to B. It means you are going to shift the all letter position on one number. So that is called the Julius Caesar. Then there is a polar alphabetic one, and many algorithm is there according to history. Now these are the very basic term related to cryptography. There are the source and destination, already we have discussed. Okay. And there is a two term, plain text and ciphertext, already we have discussed the key. If we use any algorithm or process on plain text with the help of the key, then you achieve the ciphertext. And the source generally having the plain text and try to convert into ciphertext, and receiver receive the ciphertext again with help of the algorithm and the same key, he try to retrieve the plain text. The first process is called the encryption, and second process is called the decryption. Now, there are the many algorithm. We can divide these algorithm into two parts. One is the symmetric part, and second one is the asymmetric. Now, symmetric also we can divide the classical one and block one, stream one. And in classical, there are the substitution method and transpose method. And these are the few schemes you can see: play fair, polar alphabetic, hill cipher, one time, rail fence, pure transposition. Okay. Now, if we talk about the block cipher, then there is a DES, AES, 3DES. And further you can see these are the different methods or algorithm, like substitution we have discussed. On block there is a AES, DES, okay, 3DS. And on a stream there is a RC4, seal. And if you say the public or asymmetric base mechanism or technique, there are the RSA, DSA, Diffie-Hellman. Okay. So we can categorize, or we can see the different type of the algorithm related to cryptography are exist. This is the very simple example, or related to Caesar cipher, means how we convert the plain text to ciphertext. So for example, we have the 26 letter A to Z. Then we use one key. Key is the position of the shifting of that letter. For example, you just take your name first letter. For example, your name is K, and you just find out the what is the value of the K. It is 10. Okay. Then 10 will be here. Then you just put the key. For example, K is equal to 3. It means it will be 10 plus 3. It means 13. Then you just calculate the mod with help of the 26. Okay. Then 13 mod 26, it will be again 13. The mod will provide the reminder. So your ciphertext will be 13. 13 means it will be n. And indirectly you just say the K is going to convert into n. If suppose you want to reverse the process, then you just minus the key value, means 13 minus 3, it will be 10, then more 26, again it will be 10, and 10 is the K. So on why this way you can achieve the ciphertext, and again you can achieve the plain text also. So this is the one example of the confidentiality, or how we are going to change the plain text to ciphertext. So there are the many algorithm like playfair text, playfair is there, transpose is there, product is there. Okay, we are not going to discuss in detail. And there is a block cipher. In case of the block cipher, what is the main difference between block and classical one? In this case, we take a complete number, means there are the suppose 20 bit of the data. In first case, we will take the one by one. Okay, but in case of the block, we will take a fixed length of the data and try to convert into ciphertext or plain text. So in both cases, the objective is same. The objective of the all algorithm which is related to encryption and decryption is to achieve the confidentiality. So DES, AES, RC4 already we have discussed. They try to provide the confidentiality. Okay. If we talk about the DES, there is a, I'm not going to discuss in detail due to time limitation. This is one. So in case of the DES, there are the 60-bit plain text, and there is a complex type of the, you just say the block or function. With the help of that, we try to achieve the 64-bit ciphertext. And the key size of this algorithm is the 48 bit. Initially, it is 56 bit. Okay. Then we provide some process and convert into 48 bit. Inside of the DES, there is a some, you just say the round. Okay. Suppose some function is going to perform at a time, so same type of the function is going to perform some number of the round. Inside of this DES, there are the 16 rounds. It means 16 iteration. Okay. On each and every iteration, we require the 16 key. Okay. And we will generate those 16 key with the help of some particular process. We discuss in detail DES. Already some lecture is available on YouTube related to DES. You can refer that. So you just follow that. According to that, we can generate the 64-bit input to 64 output, that is ciphertext. Now another one algorithm is there that we call it 3DS. If we require the more security with respect to DS, then 3DS is there. It is a one extension of the DES, and there is a for example, there is a key size is the 48 and round is the 16, input is the 60, and output is the same. Input and output is same as inside of the DS, but number of the round and number of the key is going to change. So it is just like a 3 times of the DES. So what exactly process is going to use inside of the DS? We will, you just say that triplied this process 3 times. Okay. First, we use the K1. K1 means there are the again sub key, that is 16 key. Then there is also 16 key. There are also 16 key. So according to key size, we apply those 16, 16, 16 keys. So there are the some issue you can discuss on your group or with your scholar. If suppose case one is that all key are the same, what happen? If the two key are the same, then what happen? If all key are the same, then what happen? So which type of the case is the suitable for which type of the security? Suppose we take the case one, is security is good or the overhead is good. You just take the two objective. One is the overhead, second one is the security. So if you require the good security, then all keys should be different. If you are just compromise the security, but you are caring about the overhead, then the all key will be equal. It means the initial input for key is the same. Okay. Then further you generate the 16. Those 16 key also use in DSK2 and DSK3. These are the some term which is going to use in cryptographic mechanism. Suppose some algorithm is there, so it is called a primitive root. Generally it is used in Diffie-Hellman algorithm. The primitive root means there are the two one integer a and there is a one prime number, and if they are the relative prime, then we will calculate the power of each number with respect to n minus 1. Then we try to calculate the mode with respect to that number. If all outcome or all remainder are different, it means we say the a is the primitive root of n. Okay, so for example, suppose 19 is the prime number, it means 2, 3, 10, 13, 14 and 15 are the prime numbers, sorry, primitive root of 19. And this is the simple one, you just say in tabular form. At 2, it means all remainder are the different. 3, all remainder with respect to 19. Suppose 19 will be changed, so the value will be changed. It may be some number is not the primitive root of that respective number. There is a one most important thing we said, the multiplicative inverse. Suppose there is a big number and we try to calculate the inverse of that number. So there is a multiplicative inverse algorithm we try to perform for that. Extended Euclid algorithm is there, and we try to find out the multiplicative inverse of two big number with respect to 1. Here suppose input is the b and this is the number m. With respect to that, we are going to calculate the multiplicative inverse. Okay, now this is the part symmetric part we have covered, like classical one, block one. In case of the asymmetric, there is a RSA, ECC and DSS. So ECC is covered by one speaker in our schedule. Is there Professor Dr. Indivar Gupta is there. He covered the ECC, and DSS also covered by someone. So I will discuss a part of this asymmetric one. Asymmetric means there is a two key. We say a pair of the key. So according to pair of the key, generally we use the two key. For example, we want to achieve the authentication, then we use the one key, and another side or the destination side we use the another key from pair. So depend upon the service, we use the key from pair. So those key are the public and private key. Now this is the algorithm that is called RSA algorithm, very famous algorithm, and the objective of this algorithm is to provide the authentication as well as encryption. So RSA provide the both services, confidentiality as well as authentication. Okay, with the help of asymmetric mechanism. It means with the help of the public and private key. So first step is to generate the key. How we generate the key, and those key are going to use for achieving the plain text and ciphertext, or you just say the confidentiality or authentication services. So here the suppose we take the two numbers p and q. These are the prime number. Then we calculate the multiply of these number, then we calculate the Toisen function. Phi n is the Toisen function. In case of the prime number, this Toisen function is the you just say n minus 1, or you just say p minus 1. What is the number that is prime number? You just calculate the n minus 1, that will be the value of the phi n. So because both are the prime numbers, so it will be phi minus 1 and q minus 1. And here this is the condition, p and q should not be equal. Now we take the one integer, that integer should be less than phi n or Toisen function value and greater than 1. Then we calculate the GCD between phi n and e, it should be 1. It means both are the relative prime, who phi n and e. Then we calculate the another number, that is the multiplicative inverse of the first selected number. So already we have provided the one algorithm, extended algorithm is there. With the help of that, we can calculate the D with respect to phi n, that is the Toisen function. So we calculate the D with respect to this in this manner. Okay. Then there is a pair, and we say the public key pu, it is a E and D, and there is a private key that is called D and N. Okay. Now if suppose we have the key, so this complete process is called the key generation process. Then we can take the select the your plain text, then we will convert the ciphertext with help of this formula or use mechanism. You just do the power or use the public key. If you are going to achieve the confidentiality, then we first use the public key. If we are going to use the we are going to achieve the authentication, then we use here private key, it means D. If you are using here D, it means you are going to achieve the authentication. If you are going to use here E, it means you are going to achieve the confidentiality. And on another side, your destination receive the ciphertext, then C to the power D, then mode, and it means you are going to achieve the original message, and the process or security goal will be confidentiality. If you change the same thing, you just do the C to the power E, it means you are going to achieve the authentication. So this is about the RSA, and that is the part of the asymmetric one. The future of the cryptography is the quantum cryptography. So there is some speaker in our FDP who will discuss the quantum computing as well as quantum cryptography. So you just take the benefit from that session. Now if you just explore or what is exactly inside of the cyber exploitation technique, already we have discussed many technique. So SQL injection is there. Suppose you have PDF, someone want to insert some code into PDF, so malicious PDF file will be there, denial of condition will be there, brute force attack or dictionary attack on to find out the original key. If you are using any shell programming, so there may be uh, attack may be possible on shell code. Generally that code is written into assembly one. And there may be for hanging your system, or you just say the unavailability of the service, there may be some integer overflow. Okay. Vulnerability like this. So these are the some exploitation technique which is going to use in cyber environment. And these are the some technique. You can divide all technique into three way. Already we have discussed first one, that is called the prevention one. And we also discussed the running time security solution, that is called the cryptographic mechanism. We have discussed this confidentiality authentication, and in case of the integrity, generally we use the hash algorithm like SHA, MD5, DSS. We have discussed one case of the antivirus. So in generally, the digest is going to generate and it is going to verify at the end time. Again we generate the same digest and we verify the received digest. If both are same, it means your message is okay, there is no modification. So these we have discussed. And if we want to share the key between two party, then there is a one way. Already third party is there, we say the certificate authority or KDC, key distribution authority is there. He that authority provide the sharing mechanism between the two party like source and destination. Already very well famous algorithm is called Diffie-Hellman algorithm. You can use that Diffie-Hellman algorithm for sharing the key. So these two part, you just say the pre, then runtime, and last one is suppose some attack is happen, how we identify who done this event. So this is the most important part of the cyber security, and we say it the computer forensic or digital forensic or cyber forensic. So that is come after post attack. Okay. So in this case there is a data collection, examination and reporting. Okay. There is a one lecture on that cyber forensic. If that speaker will come, then you will be benefited. Now, if we talk about the entire thing, how we provide the security, where we provide. So this is the one example. Suppose we have the IoT device, we have the cyber device, we have the WSN device, we have the DNS. Then we need to provide the security on each and every level according to different mechanism what we have discussed. Inside of these type of the network, we need to maintain the security at the switching level, routing level, exchange level, and the mechanism will be your command confidentiality, authentication, message integrity, availability, non-repudiation. So if we summarize, there are the three things you need to provide the security to your data, your web, or your channel. Okay. No, this is the one example. Suppose you want to provide the security to IoT, because IoT is very famous, very demanding, or hottest area. So how we secure that IoT system? So in component, there are the three component. You just say the data is going to store on the cloud via base station. There is some device which is having some sensor. The capacity of that sensor or device is very low. So according to that, your solution should be lightweight. So these are the some according to confidentiality, privacy, availability. There are the some solution. You just go through those and you just think about the solution inside of this area. Firewall, already we have discussed what, and there is a firewall we try to provide the security. So there is a one speaker, Dr. Vipin Gupta, who will care how to provide the firewall solution in term of uh, exact with help of the practical hands-on. So you just discuss the issue. He will discuss the different type of the firewall. You can discuss how to maintain the firewall, how to create a firewall. Generally, he will discuss the IP table. IP table is the open source tool related to firewall. So we say it the software firewall. So in detail, you can discuss with Dr. Vipin. And now, again, if we talk about the digital forensic, there is a identification, preservation of the data, analysis of the data and documentation, then presentation. Okay. So if expert will come, he will discuss the detail about the digital or cyber forensic. So if we categorize the digital forensic, it may be possible on the disk, network, wireless, database, malware, email, memory, or phone. It means suppose some attack possible on these things, then some investigation is done. For example, you send a about mail to some person. Okay, something is the bad inside of that email. So there is a team, and that team use the digital forensic mechanism. With the help of that, he or she can identify who are the original person when he sent the email, what is the content, what is the exactly IP address of that system. Everything is going to calculated with the help of this area. Now, this is the one integrated example, or you just say interdiscipline area application is going to use cryptography, is going to use, and we can maintain or we can create the algorithm like DNA is going to use inside of the biology area, but we can combine that area with cryptography. It means suppose we combine both things, then we can create a good algorithm with the help of the DNA structure. So that structure may be used as a key, and we embedded with the security algorithm or cryptographic algorithm, then we can achieve the good result. If we have the good, you just say the system HPC is there, then we can run the algorithm for better solution. So we can think like interdiscipline way. If we have the different idea, then we combine it, and you just add with cryptographic. So now we are on concluding side already. What we have the different type of the device, and these device are like a PC or mobile. Already your data is going to send via network. Then that data is going to store on server. You just say on cloud also, and each and every device having the operating system, like your mobile having the Android operating system, and you are going to connect with the Wi-Fi, SIM or wired. Okay, and the suppose you are going to access your information on internet, then you use the web pages or API or apps. Okay, so these are the general component or general terminology. If we are caring about the security, then you need to provide the security on these level. So now, if we conclude this talk already, what is our demand? Our demand is smart communication, and it is going with the help of the smart devices. For example, if you visit your friend house, then the first demand will be Wi-Fi, and second demand will be power. Okay, so same way the demand is going to change, but the demand of this smart device is the security one. It should be available 24 by 7. Okay, but if you provide any kind of the security, then there is some overhead of that security. So if you are the researcher of this area, you try to find out the trade-off between attack and security. It means how much security you provide to system, and how you identify the attack, what is exactly nature of the attack. It is a dynamic, it is a static, what is the behavior, how many time attack is coming. Okay, and which type of the solution is required for that attack. For example, we have discussed many type of the attacks, like attack on the confidentiality. So it means we need to provide the solution with respect to confidentiality. Suppose attack is related to confidentiality, and we are going to provide the solution related to authentication. It means your solution is not a right one. So you just care about the attack as well as the which type of the security you are going to provide with respect to attack. Now, if the security is going to provide it, how much security you need, or which type of the system or device you have. If it is a very low processor or low resource device, it means your solution should be very lightweight, but the solution should care about the security. So this is the our responsibility as a researcher or as a academician. We will care about these things. So thank you very much for listening me. And if you have still any query, we will discuss. Otherwise, thank you very much. Hello, is there any query? You can raise your hand. Hello.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, is there any query? What is the procedure such as the of attendance? Okay. No, we will care about that thing. We will provide the some link. That is not issue. If there is any question related to talk, you may ask. अभी करता हूँ सर. So Nitu,
Yes, sir.
there is no query from
Yes,
a
sir. I think.
participant side. I think they complete all query inside of this lecture. I
Yes,
hope.
sir.
So now we can end this session.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Thank you very much to all participant to listening me with the attention. So we will
Yeah,
meet
sir.
tomorrow. And
Thank you, sir. Thank you for delivering such a beautiful lecture on network. Thank you, sir.
okay. Okay.